My name is Amit Kanju. We are a Washington, D.C. based startup, and we just launched our operations in India 3 or 4 months back. We are focused on the commercial drone side, drone applications. And I hear here a lot of great work happening, and you talk about commercial aviation, not general aviation per se. But all of the countries like Europe, even Africa, has been taken over by the drone application. And it's a nascent space, but it's evolving. But when we are trying to talk to different entities, back in US, we're working with NASA and FAA, and we're defining the next generation, what's called the UTM, Unmanned Traffic Management. We tried to have some dialogues here with DGCA, Airports Authority. It seems there's very lack of ownership, and everyone is pointing from this side to the other side, whether it's Home Ministry or something like that. What's your plan there? How do you plan to? Because that's going to come whether or not the government is prepared or DGCA is prepared.
Well, first of all, let me apologize if you had experience where you felt that there was a lack of ownership in government about the drone issue. There isn't. There's, I think, total commitment to developing the drone industry. You know, of course, that about a year ago, DGCA put out a set of draft regulations on drones, and that has now got a lot of feedback and a lot of comments from the industry. In addition, obviously, that has gone to MHA, Home Ministry, for clearance as far as security is concerned. They've also come up with some thoughts on that, and that aspect of it, the security aspect of it, is in fact progressing as well. Meanwhile, we've also been benchmarking the draft regulations against the regulations in 11 different countries, including the FAA. And we will take all of that inputs into account when we, in fact, publish the drone regulations, which will be very soon. In fact, just today I had a series of meetings on this particular issue, which is why I'm quite familiar with what is happening. We are going to be convening, just as Sureshji was mentioning, for the investment in the railways. They're bringing together all the stakeholders to discuss that. We will also be convening a meeting with stakeholders as far as drones are concerned. Of course, you're very welcome to that meeting as well. And we'll then figure out a good way to go forward. The one point I will make about drones, and we should be very clear about the difference between India and many other countries when it comes to drones, which is that we live in a dangerous neighborhood. And because of the threat perception that we have to be especially careful about drones, because like any other very powerful technology, if it's in the wrong hands, it can create real security risks. That's part of the reason why we have been so conservative and prudent about drones. But of course, at the same time, we want to move forward. So that's really the set of interests that we are balancing out right now. But we will be having the stakeholder consultation. And of course, you're very warmly invited for that.
Well, thank you very much, sir, for that. Mr. Prabhu, there's a question.